Hey guys. Hi. Hi. Hi guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My sincerest apologies for coming late, guys. Oh my god. I was trying to set things up and wasn't just going the way I planned. But I'm glad we're here. I hope you all are doing great. I have missed you guys so much. I've missed you guys so much. Once again, I am sorry for starting late, but good thing is we're here now, so we're gonna start. Okay, and special thanks to Trey Moffat for being here way earlier than me or anybody. Thank you so much, Trey Moffat. Thank you so much, Ipoleng. Thank you so much. So yeah, today's live stream is going to be a very, very chilled and laid back conversation as well, just as we had last week. And as you can see, or as you can tell, I'm actually outside, still not in Nigeria, still in Gambia. I don't know if I reviewed that I actually traveled to Gambia. Well, this is that live stream where we get to have the conversation properly. All right. Because there's a lot of things I've been seeing, there's a lot of things I've been experiencing, and I felt like having a conversation with you guys about it, especially those of you that are world travelers, those of you that are Dora the Explorers, right? So I would love to have this conversation with all of you. But before we get into it, let me say hello to you amazing folks that I can see in the comment section right now. There's Vibe Big, hi. Vibe Glow, hi. Hi, Justel. Jemima, hi. Where have you been? Yeah, I just mentioned I'm currently in Gambia. Ada, hi Ada, hi Ada. Okay. Came fast to say next time come to Kenya. Okay, that will be on my bucket list. Glory, namesake, hi. How are you? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you all so much for making our time off your busy schedules to join today's YouTube live stream. Okay, as I said before, it's gonna be a laid back, chilled conversation. I want to learn from you guys. So, I don't know, for those of you that are OGs on this channel, you probably know that this is someone just gave me a compliment. I'm choking on that. Shama, thank you so much for the compliment. Theo, thank you so much for the compliment. Yes. So those of you that are OGs on this channel, you know that this is my second traveling out of Nigeria. Yes. And I'm super grateful for it. I'm super excited for it. Also, special thanks to Dupe Omiwade. I need to mention Dupe's name in this conversation because Dupe was that one person that was like, Glory, you need to travel. She kept on saying, Glory, you need to travel. Glory, you need to go out there. Glory, you need to explore. And also special thanks to my partner who, put the work into making it happen, because typical me, guys, the kind of energy I put into doing my work is not the same kind of energy I put into making research or doing my findings about trips. Guys, I'm just so unbothered. Yes, I like living the rich life. I just want to chill and let everything be arranged, and then you just call me and tell me, okay, pack up your bags, we're going on a trip. That's the kind of life I love. Yes, but for these two people, the other one encouraging, pushing, and then the other one making it happen, putting all the works, making all the arrangements, my sincerest gratitude to both of them. Yes. So down to the conversation, guys. I'm currently in Gambia. I so badly want to show you what my view is like right now. I don't know if that's possible. Let's try it. I hope I don't get disconnected from this live stream. If I get disconnected, guys, hey, we'll have to start it all over again. But God have mercy. God have mercy. Guys, this is what I'm looking at. That's my view. Beautiful, right? Absolutely stunning. Yes. Okay. So that's just the tip of what my view is like. It is absolutely beautiful. Imagine waking up in the morning and you are woken up by the sound of the ocean. This is actually the Atlantic Ocean, I was told. And I've taken a long walk. I think I've taken like a 30 minutes walk with my partner, and oh my god, it was so refreshing. Breathing in the fresh air of nature, guys. It's refreshing. Look at me, I'm glowing, I'm happy. Yes. So why am I talking about Gambia, guys? First off, I'm not going to really go into details about this trip on this live stream because I already told you all that I'm starting up a new channel. Yes, I've been saying it since last year, December. So the channel is in the works. I've created it before. I didn't really like what I created, so I had to scratch that one and then I started another one. So the new channel is called Simply Glory Elijah. Yes, Simply Glory Elijah. I'm going to drop the link in the description of this live stream, all right? So please go ahead and subscribe. There's so many things I'm going to be sharing on that new channel. Yes, but that's by the way. That's by the way. Why did I mention that? I'm not going to be saying every details about this trip, but I'm going to be sharing more on that other channel, all right? I don't really want to mix up my content. But the crux of today's conversation is um, traveling, experiencing the places you've traveled to. If you've ever traveled before, where have you traveled to? What was the experience like? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Now, I'm going to tell you guys my mentality about traveling before I started traveling, and I would love to learn from all of you as well. All right. I want to believe that a lot of you that are on this live stream right now, you've actually traveled to some places, so I would love to learn from you, right? But let me start with my experience. So before traveling, yeah, growing up as a child, I never ever traveled out of my comfort zone, which is my home, where I grew up with my siblings and my parents. I never traveled out. I never traveled anywhere. You know, this thing that certain people are used to, as kids, saying, oh, we go for summer vacation, we go for spring break, we go for this kind of break. I never had that kind of experience. I never knew what it was like. I never understood what it was like. The first time I ever heard of summer vacation was when I was serving in a particular state in Nigeria, and it was an international university. Most of the students, they are from different parts of the world. So the university had different breaks. They had spring break, they had summer vacation or summer break, they had is it winter or whatever. And you see the students getting all excited. They can't wait to go home to their parents. They can't wait to go to wherever they plan to travel to. So I never really understood what it was. And I always wonder, like, okay, why would people just decide to go and spend money and just leave and just travel like that? Why? Doesn't really make sense. For me, I felt like, well, why not just save the money instead of going out there to go and spend. But then, as I mentioned at the start of this conversation, people me were they encouraging me to travel. My partner also, like, you know what, we need to go out there and experience these things. Okay, let's go. So first trip, Zanzibar, guys, that was really an eye-opener. And it also made me realize that I wasn't really prepared for that trip like that, because for me, wow, it's the first time traveling out, right? And all the excitement, oh my god, I'm in a new country. Oh my god, I'm in a new country. What happens in a new country? So it was just about just soaking up the experience. No specific expectations, but it was just the thrill of being out of my comfort zone and being out there, right? So I enjoyed the Zanzibar trip. And then, boom, Gambia rather, guys. I realized that there were so many things that I would have done in Zanzibar, and that's exactly what I am actually doing in Gambia at the moment. It is such a rich experience. I will advise anybody, anytime, any day, to travel out. If you don't know where to travel to, go to Gambia. Yes, come to Gambia. Gambia has so much to offer, you will never know. And here's the reason I'm encouraging people to travel, not just to Gambia anyways, but if you're African, explore other African countries. The reason is, my initial mentality about traveling or taking trips or traveling for vacation was, it definitely has to be a European country. If it's not a country in Europe, then you're not going on vacation. If you're not traveling to America, if you're not traveling to the United Kingdom, if you're not traveling to Paris or Paris, as they call it, you are not traveling, guys. That was my mentality. Aside the whole being economical about it, that was also my mentality. Oh no, you have to save money, or well, if you have to go for vacation, then definitely it has to be America. You know, guys, when you tell people, oh, I went to America on vacation, it's like one big thing. It's like a huge deal, you know. So traveling to countries that are not, you know, my initial mentality, guys, it's been really eye-opening, and I've actually learned a lot. It's been really eye-opening. It's helped me to appreciate being black more. It's helped me to appreciate being African more. It's helped me to appreciate resting. Yeah, I think resting most importantly, because you get to work and work and work, and you get to hustle and hustle and hustle, and whatever you're earning, you're paying bills, you are taking care of things in your life, you're contributing to people around you, but then you never understand that there comes a time where you need to actually take a break. Guys, it is so important to rest. It is so important to take a break. It's also very important to travel. So first thing I'm going to advise is, if you've never ever traveled out before, trust me, you need to start saving up your pennies, start saving up your money, start saving up your coins, and look forward to taking your first trip. And your first trip does not have to be the almighty America. It does not have to be the almighty London, or United Kingdom as a whole. It does not have to be Paris. It does not have to be those big names, or Dubai. It does not have to be those big names that people mention, when they are going on vacation. You can start with the country around you. You can start with the nearest country around you. Yes, and it's not really cheap, but if you plan it, if you save up for it, trust me, you will appreciate it at the end of the day. Yes. Now, what's the experience been like? It's been very, very fulfilling. It's been rich. It's been very fulfilling. It's been it's been it's been exhilarating, guys. I'm looking for the right words to describe this experience. It's been wholesome. I feel renewed. I feel reborn. I feel I feel relaxed. I feel, I don't know, I feel like some sort of shell has been cracked open in my life, and it's like I'm seeing the world from a new and different perspective. This thing they call exposure. People say that, oh, you get a lot of exposure when you travel. Trust me, it's real. That exposure is real. When you go out there and you see people doing things different from the way that you will normally do things, trust me, it's such a groundbreaking moment. Trust me. And yeah, Kay is saying yes, I agree. A little time to rejuvenate. Absolutely, absolutely. When you take time off like that, you travel, you go on breaks, it helps you to form new perspectives, new narratives about things you think you know. Yes, and I'll give you a for instance. So, um, prior to, okay, I already mentioned that prior to ever traveling out the first time, I used to think that, okay, it was a waste of money. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not a waste of money to travel out. Yes, as a matter of fact, you are doing yourself a very big favor. Your health, your well-being, from the tip of your head to the soles of your feet, you are doing yourself a very, very huge favor. Leaving your comfort zone, or leaving your nest, or leaving your daily hustle, just taking time off, taking a break, that is you. It's like, okay, it's very therapeutic. Yeah, it's very therapeutic. It's the sort of medication that does not require you taking actual medical medications. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, exactly. Ashford said traveling is food for the mind, reading books as well. Exactly. That is what it is. It is food for the mind. You tend to. Okay, so let me try to describe how I felt when I landed Gambia. All right. It was like an unlocking, like an unbottling. It was like myself was completely unbottled. All right. Now, here is how my work is. When I work from home and I'm literally indoors most of the time, almost 24 hours a day. I'm literally indoors. Sometimes I don't really have any reason to go outside because I do my work indoors. Yes. If at all I'm going to go out, it's to get groceries or to stock up for food or stock up for, appliances or anything I need in my house. That's literally what takes me out. Or maybe I need to just stretch my car because most of the time I don't even drive my car. So if I'm going to go out, maybe I just need to warm up the car. So most of the time I'm indoors. And guys, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Yeah, people will say, oh, you're working really hard. It's not healthy. Yeah, I was feeling so exhausted. I was feeling so dry. Yes, I was feeling dehydrated, mentally dehydrated. I was feeling emotionally what's that word now? You know when something has piled up together and it's about to explode. Yes, I was like a ticking time bomb. Yeah, it was just so much. I felt intoxicated with my own presence. Yes, I really get to experience other people. And trust me, sometimes Lagos, Nigeria, guys, it's so crowded, it's so congested. Sometimes you can't just soak up people. It gets exhausted. Yes, but there are places that you can actually go that you feel, that rejuvenation that you're looking for. So that was how it was, and it was not just healthy for me. I became kind of sick. Yes, most of my mornings became very, very lethargic. Yeah, no energy to do things anymore. But good thing is, when I started feeling that way, was towards the time I was going to rest from my hectic schedule. And then I said, okay, fine, work is over, let me rest. But the rest was not really resting at all because it just felt like, okay, everything around me, I'm used to seeing them all the time. I need to see something new. I need to see something different. Yes. And that was where the idea of taking a trip came in. So to stop it around the bush, what I'm saying in essence is it is healthy to travel. It is healthy to take a break. It is healthy to go on trips. And I know that it's not everybody that can actually afford to go on trips, but if you plan towards it, if you save towards it, it will be worth it at the end of the day. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Yes, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You will feel refreshed afterwards, even if it's just 1 week break, even if it's just 5 days. The fact that you're able to take off time from your usual routine. The usual routine could be working back to back every day of the week. Your usual routine could be anything. But the moment you're able to take time off, it does you so much good. Your body will thank you later. Yes, your body will thank you later. Let me just quickly go on to the comment section. Actually saying, I kind of knew you were going to take a vacation, Glory. I mean, you've been working so much. Thought you would come to Cape Town maybe, but I'm hoping you'll pop in soon. I actually wanted to go to South Africa, but I don't know what's wrong with you people's immigration. South Africa immigration, I think that was last year. I applied for a visa and I had a time frame to travel, and their online visa application portal was not really active. So I provided all the documents they asked for, provided bank statement, everything, and they did not reply until I think January this year. It was January this year they replied. And what was they rejected my application. What was their reason? They said the time frame that I wanted to travel has expired. If I still want to travel, I should reapply. At that point in time, South Africa was not in mind anymore. Yes. So maybe I will apply again and see how it goes. Okay. So Helen is saying, really can't wait to go for that trip come July. East Africa, I'm coming starting with Kenya. That's nice. And Uganda, nice. I'm looking forward to eat queen and fish. I hope I spelled it well. This is really nice. This is really nice. This is really nice. I mean, Helen, trust me, you will definitely enjoy it. You have so much fun. You will have so much fun. Anyways, let's talk about Gambia. Let's talk about Gambia. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing I really appreciate about Gambia. It is the water. Hey, guys, if I could fetch a bucket of water, or maybe just carry the whole water in Gambia and go back home to Nigeria, I would definitely do it, because the water is so clean. It is so clean. And I think that's another thing that refreshes me, because I find myself taking my bath, like, if I'm not going out a lot, maybe twice a day. Yeah, I'm literally always taking my bath. It's so refreshing. Ah, it is so refreshing. That's just what I can say. It is so refreshing. The water is clean. It is so refreshing. So refreshing. I'll save some of the details for the other channel. I'm going to drop more videos about my experience in Ghana, but the water is so clean. So for those of you that are scared that, oh, if I go to this African country, maybe the water would not be good, maybe it's not healthy. The water here is so refreshing. It's so clean. It is healthy, very healthy. The people are really nice. The people are very friendly. I'm not just talking about the resort where I'm staying. The people are just genuinely nice. They are genuinely helpful. Yes, I remember a particular occasion. The guy, our cab guy, dropped us somewhere, and we told him to come back because we thought we were going to spend like an hour or two where he dropped us. But then when we went around, we did not really see what we wanted to get at that place. So we ended up spending nothing less than 20 minutes there, and then we couldn't call the cab guy because there was no Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi's were not connecting. So I just saw a random Gambian woman, and I approached her and I asked her for assistance to use her phone to make a call to the cab driver, and she was so excited to help, and we kind of exchanged some jokes, and she helped to pull the call through, and I was really amazed. I mean, anywhere you're going, people are asking you, how are you? When you say, hey, hi, people are asking you, how are you? And guys, mind you, I am not white, I'm not light skinned, I'm just as black as any other Gambian person, right? So they're not looking at you like you're a tourist or anything, but just seeing you as just a fellow African that's just moving around, and they're looking at you and saying, hey, hi, how are you? And they're asking you, how are you good, are you enjoying yourself? And I'm like, now, wow, is this how everybody says hi to everybody? Another prime example of how nice the people are and how friendly they are is our cab guy. Everywhere we go, this guy is literally saying hello to everybody, and they are making jokes, and they are just exchanging pleasantries, and it's so, guys, it's always a happy atmosphere. I don't know if they have their own struggles, I don't know if they have their own beef or their own fights, I don't know, but it is such a happy atmosphere, and it's very infectious. You can't find yourself upset in Gambia. That's the truth. You can't find yourself upset, you can't find yourself angry. And this is me speaking of when you go out to town, because naturally when you stay in an hotel or in a resort, the people there, they are bound to be nice to you, because of course they want you to give them good reviews. They want you to rate them 5-star on Google, right? Or maybe on any other vacation app, right? But I'm talking about actually experiencing the people in Gambia. So when you're out there, you just see how the atmosphere is just very relaxing. People just want to have fun. People just want to chill. Life is not that hard. I mean, that's the vibe they give you. That life is not that hard. And guys, I really have been soaking up all of that energy. The energy here is so positive. So I've been soaking up all of that energy, and I don't know if it's adding to part of the glow or if it's adding to part of the healthiness I'm feeling. It's just rich. And then the way they appreciate Nigerian music, hey, oh my god, the way they appreciate Nigerian music, it is so, it's such a delight. It is such a delight, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy. Famata D just said, "Oh my God, Glory's in my country. Welcome." Okay, not in the country. Oh my God. Erica said, "I started exploring other country in 2005. My first was Botswana, nice, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Swaziland. I was also not really interested in traveling to other countries, and I love it. This is so nice. This is so nice. And listen, guys, at the moment, yeah, I'm now really encouraged to visit more African countries. I mean, I don't mind. I'm not really encouraged to, just explore other African countries, because you think you know what is out there. Trust me, you don't really know what's out there until you begin to go and look and find and explore and experience. Trust me, that's when you really know. Chrissy said, I guess that's why it's called the smiling coast of Africa. Exactly. You see, yeah, that's the smiling coast of Africa. I actually saw it written on the wall somewhere, and I was wondering, like, okay, what does this mean? Now you just said it, it makes a whole lot of sense. That yes, these people, they smile a lot. They smile a lot. They're always happy. They're always happy. Their energy is, it's such a prize. Their energy is such, guys, it's so infectious. Ashford said, I'm sure the air is also beautiful in Gambia. Guys, it is beautiful. The air is clean. Although at the moment, where we are, there is a major road construction out there. Not where we are directly, but the road we take when we want to go out. There's a major road construction. According to people, they're trying to expand the road, right? So everywhere is kind of looking muddy. Okay, not muddy now, because this is not rainy season, this is dry season. So the dust, there's a lot of dust on the main road, not out here. There's a lot of dust. Yeah, there's a lot of dust, but it's not bad. It's not bad. The air is clean regardless. The air is clean. But trust me, you would definitely enjoy it. Let me see. Erica said, if you get addicted to traveling, it is not a waste of money. You're right. No, exactly. It's not a waste of money. So listen, there is something that traveling does for you. I'm saying this out of what I'm experiencing right now. My body is undergoing so many changes. Before I traveled, I was working out intensively in my house, and I was seeing some kind of changes. I was very intentional about my skincare routine. But then traveling, guys, I'm realizing that I don't even have to do too much. I don't even have to do too much. The glow is just coming. The glow is just coming, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Happy Ending said, when I googled what Gambia is known for, it says the climate, friendly locals, wildlife, and quiet beaches. I need to go there too. No, Happy Endings, what you see on Google about Gambia is no lie. They are not even overhyping it. It is true. And let me bust your bubble. You see, the tourists have sort of integrated with the locals. Yeah, there's a particular street called Senegambia. When you go there, morning, afternoon, night, when you go there, you need to see the way locals are integrated with the tourists. These people sit down and they gist in their stores on the roadside, and there are so many restaurants, and like on the streets of Senegambia, so many restaurants, so many money exchange shops. So you can't be looking for anything. Whatever you're looking for, you're finding it right there, right? There are beach resorts, there are hotels. So everything you're looking for is just like everywhere. So it's not like you're lost. And even if you think you're lost, there's always somebody to give you direction. The police people here, they are so friendly. They give you direction. Guys, they're really friendly. They're really friendly. Actually saying pick up vlog for us, guys. I'm seriously vlogging. If you follow me on Instagram, I've actually posted 2 reels, but I thought let me not share all the reels yet, because there's a lot, yeah. So I'm currently compiling all the videos I've been putting together, and when they are ready, boom, I'm going to post it on my new channel. But guys, go ahead. Okay, why am I saying go ahead? I haven't even shared the link yet. But the new channel is called Simply Glory Elijah. Simply Glory Elijah. I'm going to post all this content there. It's going to be a lot. Yeah, let me read this comment. Lillian said, come to Uganda for vacation too. To be fun. Definitely, definitely. Now I am on a mission to vacation in as many African countries as I can afford, because hey, in as much as I'm getting all excited about this, I need to also check my finances. So I am looking forward to experiencing all of it. And Naren said, I am Ugandan but in Saudi Arabia for work. But trust me, come to Pearl of Africa, Uganda. You won't regret it. Okay. You really make my days. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Naren. I would definitely, definitely work towards visiting Uganda. Yes, I would definitely work towards it. And this one is from Erica. Oh, okay. Martha said, welcome, Gloria. I'm happy you're here. Oh, Martha, you're also Uganda. Oh my god, I'm seeing my Gambian people. This is nice. Glory B. Glory B, so well done, Glory. Spread your wings is therapeutic. Thank you so much, Glory. Hi, say. And this is from Natural Almighty. Gambia is a peaceful country. I have a friend there. Nice. They are such friendly people. I had an experience with some Gambian girls, which I am going to share. And you guys, if I share the story now, I need to put videos to it so that you guys can get the context of the whole experience. I'll share it on the new channel. But Gambian people are really, really nice. Okay, so this is the part where I get to start adding people, because guys, I would love to learn from your own experience, right? So as you're coming on here, I'd love for you to share where you've traveled to, what the experience was like. Did you enjoy where you traveled to? You know, let's share experiences. So the link is in the comment section. If you would love to share your own experience in traveling, where have you traveled to, and how was it for you? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? And where do you wish you would have traveled to if you wanted to travel anywhere else again? Okay, so we have Trey Mufat here. Hi, Trey. You always do not unmute. Hi, Trey. How are you?
I've missed you. I've missed you. I've missed you.
I missed you so much as well. I've missed you so much. How are you?
I'm very fine. And you?
I'm good. Trey,
You're
I'm
enjoying,
gonna
you're
I'm gonna
enjoying
definitely
yourself.
what?
You're
What
enjoying
is
yourself. You are looking for you, searching for you everywhere on the internet.
my dear, it is needed. It is needed. It is
So when
needed.
you come to Kenya?
Yeah. Yeah.
When are you
What did
coming
you
to
say?
Kenya?
Okay. Uh let's look at maybe before the end of the year. Maybe before the end of the year. Maybe before the end of the year. And you
Make
see,
sure you call me.
oh, definitely. The way I wanted to do it, yeah, because you can just easily go from Kenya to South Africa like that, connect it. So that was actually the plan. So let's still see how to work on that plan.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting, and you call me that day.
I would definitely call you. Why would I be in
Enjoy
Kenya?
yourself, Mama. Enjoy
What?
yourself, Mama.
Thank you so much.
What's wrong with
Thank
your
you so
hand? I
much.
see you are scratching it. What's wrong?
Sorry? Oh, I don't even know. I think something just flew on my hand right now, but I'm fine. Thank
It's
you.
okay.
Thank you so much, Tree. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. I would love to hear your own travel experience. Where have you traveled to, and how was the experience for you? Oye Kumbi said Gambia is actually beautiful. I've lived there before. Oye Kumbi, I would love to hear from you. I mean, you've lived here before. I'm still here for some days, and I'm still here for some days more, and I would love to learn some other places that I am yet to visit. So if you can just join the live stream so that you can share places that you have visited, all right? so that I can learn from your own experience living here as well. Okay? But guys, go ahead, click on the link in the comment section if you would love to share your own travel experience wherever you've traveled to. How was the experience for you? What did you see? What did you learn? What did you enjoy? Okay? Alright. So yeah, whilst I'm waiting for you guys to join, I'm just gonna continue sharing more about Gambia. I'm gonna continue sharing more about Gambia. So Gambia, guys, I visited the local museum. Hmm. This was one part of the trip that got me really really emotional, and it just made me appreciate African history more. So when you visit the museum, guys, you're gonna see so many images that would trigger your sensitivity. Yeah, I saw okay, so Fortune is here. Let me talk to Fortune first and I'll come back to that conversation. Hi. Hi
Hi,
Fortune.
Glory. Hi, how
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. You look different. You sound different. Oh my God.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fortune, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. And yourself?
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm doing great. I'm doing
You look
great.
like you're doing great. You've got this glow. You've got this. It's so nice to see you in this space, where we're not
Thank
talking too
you.
serious. We're just talking about fun stuff. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. And I love it too. I love it too because I take myself too serious. So today I'm like, no way, no way. Losing up, aligned. And I'm glad we're doing this. So,
I love
Fortune,
it.
where have you traveled to? What was your experience like?
Yeah, so I actually am so ashamed of myself because when you started this episode today's show, you were talking about Africa, and everyone talks about this, visit Africa and do all these things, and I fell into the trap of visiting what people call the holiday, places more than,
Mm.
just enjoying the holiday places in Africa where, to enjoy our own spaces, our own culture, our own food. So I've traveled quite a bit. I mean, before COVID, I traveled quite a lot. And I think I just really actually am very inspired from your vlog that you did the last time you traveled and this one. I want to also
Yeah.
visit a couple of these countries. And when I Googled some of these, I actually don't even need a visa. So thanks. I'm very, very
Yeah.
inspired.
Yeah. Yeah. And you see, yeah, that is such a trap mentality. You
Mm,
know, it also depends on the people you listen to. I When I started watching videos on YouTube, when people make YouTube videos, they will talk about the best places to travel for holiday, and most of the time, those videos back then they will only include all those the giant holiday places. You have to travel to European countries only, and when you check the cost of traveling, it's so expensive, to be frank with
mm,
you. It's so expensive. If you do not have that much money, then it's like, oh my god, maybe till I die I'll never travel, right?
mm,
So it's a trap mentality. You think about it and you're just like, okay, well, maybe I don't fall under the class of people that can actually travel. But then when you think about it and you do your own research, as you said, you discover that there's so many places in Africa that you can travel to that you don't even need a visa.
exactly, exactly.
You don't
So
even
I
need a
just
visa for
wanna
Gambia.
I
Yeah.
want to go. I looked at it when you were talking about it. I just had so much FOMO. I was like, I actually need to go to this place. Then I checked. I don't need a visa. I was like, I'm there. I'm gonna plan it. I'll share with you guys. So
Yeah.
the places I want to talk about, because I grew up in South Africa, although I'm not South African, I grew up there. I visited most of what South Africa is known for, and South Africa is very, very, very beautiful. I can't wait for you to go there. And when you do go, just don't limit it to Cape Town, even
Okay.
Johannesburg. The culture
Hmm.
in Johannesburg is very different from Cape Town. It's just like Abuja, Lagos,
Hmm. Yeah.
not literally, but I'm trying to show you the difference, the ambience,
Yeah.
everything. Street life in Johannesburg is really, really cool. Street life in Cape Town is also quite exciting, but it's very touristy. So I want you to
Yeah.
really enjoy all of those. And if you have time, you can also go to Durban. It's very nice. It also has a
Okay.
coastal area. Yes, Glory?
Okay.
Yes,
No,
it's got a
carry
coastal
on.
area, so you actually get to enjoy a different kind of environment where there is like your deep, the Zulu people come from there, It's a province
Wow.
called KwaZulu-Natal. It's very rich in culture. So you also get to experience even very different food because in Joburg, food in Joburg has been a fusion of what South Africa food is and a lot of imported cuisines as well. But when you go to these
Wow.
other places, you really get to enjoy the richness of South Africa untainted. So I really hope you get enough time to travel all of these places as well. So yeah, I think that's one of the African countries that I can really speak to in depth. But
Mm.
apart from that, I've traveled quite a lot. Look, I've traveled most of Europe, all the countries that are known there. I want to share
Wow.
though my trip when I went to Brazil, right?
Okay.
So, so this is
Interesting.
it's funny and it's scary at the same time. So
Whoa.
usually when I travel for about 3 weeks, right? I travel 3 weeks and I try to do two countries or three at the same
Oh.
time because I
Hmm.
travel for a long time. I usually travel around October. That's my birthday month. So I don't like working in my birthday month. So I usually try to find a place to go. So one of the years, I think that was like the year before COVID, I decided I wanted to go to Brazil and Argentina, right? So I
Yeah.
was going to travel for 3 weeks and I decided this is perfect. And I travel all by myself. And when I travel, usually when I get into the country, I will look for other tour groups just to join them for a day. I mix with other people, but I usually just want to be able to make my own plans,
Hmm.
as I go. So anyway, there's a place that is very common in Brazil. It's close to the big river that they call Aguazu River. It's very, very big. It's very known. That's where you see all the Aguazu Falls. If you Google it, I think it used to be one of the seven wonders of the world. I don't know if they've
Oh.
removed it. Yeah, it's like Victoria Falls times maybe, I don't know, multiple times. It's just falls after falls after falls. So I wanted to go there, right? It's at the edge of Brazil. It's where Brazil meets Argentina and Paraguay. So
Hmm.
because I was looking for accommodation, I went on booking.com. And when you book accommodation on booking.com, you use a map. It just shows you this is Brazil. These are the accommodations that are available. Pick one.
Yeah.
So I went there and I zoomed into the maps and everything. So there was the
Hello, Fortune.
I can
Are
hear
you there?
you.
Okay,
I'm
please
here.
carry on. Carry on, please.
Okay. Did I break for a little bit?
Yes. Yes. Carry on,
Oh, okay.
please.
Anyway, I booked my accommodation for Brazil and the Iguazu part, and I was happy. I was coming from Sao Paulo at the time, the capital city. So I flew to this area. Then the car from the hotel came and picked me up. Very nice Mercedes Benz. I was so happy, but this was not like an expensive travel. It was still kind of frugal. It was not expensive, but the hotel offered this, the
Oh
car.
wow.
They came, they picked me up.
Yeah.
Then we drove, Glory, we're driving. Then we go to this place where there's like a bridge, a very long bridge. We drove past the bridge. Then we go to somewhere where it said immigrator. I was like, immigrator sounds like immigration. I know I'm in
Ah.
Brazil. I'm not expecting to leave Brazil. What does
Yeah.
immigrator mean? So then I tried to speak to the driver to say, what is immigrator? And he wasn't getting it. He doesn't speak English. So I used the phone. I asked him, this says immigrator. Am I leaving Brazil? And he says, yes, you are leaving Brazil. You're going to Paraguay. I was like, I don't have a visa for Paraguay. Why am I going to Paraguay? And the guy
What?
doesn't speak. Glory, I'm in panic mode. The border
Oh my
between
god.
Brazil and Paraguay is not very hectic, because I
Oh my
think they've got
god.
good trade relations. So cars can go in and out as they please. I found myself in Paraguay. I was like, what the hell am I doing
What?
here? So what happened is when I was booking my accommodation, because I didn't know
Yeah.
that the river was also the border, I booked my accommodation across the river in a different
Oh.
country.
Oh my god.
Glory, the guy was really nice. So he spoke into his phone. The phone spoke back to me to say, don't worry, when we get to the hotel, there's people that speak English. You can talk to them.
Yeah.
I was sweating. I didn't enjoy that trip from that part, the immigrator part, all the way to the hotel. We go to this very nice hotel. No wonder it was
Yeah.
4 star. You know, it was 4 star and very cheap. It was beautiful, but it was cheap because it was in Paraguay. Ah, I got there.
Wow.
And I was like, I need to speak to somebody right now, this moment, somebody who speaks English. So I spoke to them and they said, don't worry. You can actually go into Brazil every single day and come back here into Paraguay. We are okay. Paraguay is fine. They don't care about visa. I was like, there is no way I'm staying here. And they said people make this mistake all the time. The government understands. I was like, you know what? Just take me to the border with my bags and I'll sort myself out from there. No matter what they said, they could not convince me to stay in Paraguay without a visa. I was like, I'm not
Oh.
going to jail where I don't speak the language. No.
Yeah.
So so then
Yeah.
they were very nice. They said they've got sister hotels in Brazil on the side where I wanted to go. So they found around and they found accommodation for me in a nicer
Wow.
hotel than I could afford. But they just said to me, because I had paid there, they were going to
Yeah.
transfer that same booking to this hotel. So I ended up back in Brazil. It was such a dramatic event. I had tours booked for that day that I couldn't even do because I was at some point lost in another country and then back in another.
Wow.
So it's very scary. But when I finally got into my room, into bed to sleep, I was just laughing. I was like, what actually happened? I was an illegal immigrant for about 4 hours.
Oh my god, what you you know, you're right when you said it was funny and scary at the same time.
Very scary.
Oh my god. Oh
But
my
you see,
god. Wow.
some of these
Yeah.
things, it's nice to go through. Not every
Yeah.
time, but it's nice because it just stretches you, it just takes you out of your comfort a little bit. This is the only bad experience or hectic experience that I had during my travels. All the other travels that I've had, it's been mostly good. I can't complain. And I would say
Are you there? Hello, Fortune. We kind of lost you. Are you there? Hey. Oh my god, what's happening? Fortune, please come back. I mean, your story. Oh my god, your story is so exciting. Tandiswa, I can't hard you. Okay, I think maybe you should join with just your audio, not your video, because your devices are not connected. So try joining with your audio and not your video. Okay. All right. Fortune, please, if you can come back, please come back and come and complete your story. That is so, oh my God, so interesting. And I can't even imagine what I would have done if I was in your situation. But I'm glad you actually met good people. I'm glad you met good people. Yeah, I'm glad you met good people. Oh, I'm talking about good people, guys. Um, when I put up my video, I will drop some numbers, some names, and some numbers. These are very, very good people that actually offered assistance to me and my partner in Gambia. They are very good people. I mean, the whole people of Gambia are very, very good. But this one has a car, has military experience, served in the military for 5 years. This person is well knowledgeable, well versed in the history of Gambia, in the culture, the traditions, everything. I was literally telling the guy that, bro, you should definitely start your own tourist business. Yes, because if you look around over here, you see a lot of guides, tour guides taking some tourists around. Yes, especially when they want to visit most of the attractions here. So I told this guy that, dude, you need to start your own tourist business because this guy is so good. He understands and he knows so many things. When he took us to the museum, he was literally explaining the history of Gambia. Yes, guys, you see Gambia in its pre-colonial stage, during the colonial stage, and the post-colonial era. You see everything. This guy will teach you everything. I took so many pictures. When I put my video together, I will post some of the pictures that I got from there. And then there were so many other traditional artifacts that we saw. Very beautiful. The guy gave us very, very good explanations. Some of you that are Gambians, you already know. Those of you that are not Gambians, I will definitely put out pictures. and give just bits and pieces of explanations where I can. Okay. Yes, Fortune is back. Okay. Welcome back, Fortune. So you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, sorry, my phone battery was dying.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. You're welcome back.
Yeah, so that was the story, but it was fun in the end, Glory. And I was saying, I think traveling sometimes has a lot of benefits. It also has a lot of risks attached. So if a person is not careful, if you fall in the hands of very bad people whilst going through what I went through, that could be the end of you
True,
completely. So care
true.
really also that people need to be very, very careful when they travel. I was
Yeah.
lucky that I was with people that understood, and I usually take a lot of insurance and I share my location all the time with my family. I'm always on live tracking and I make sure that the people that I'm with, even the hotel, knows that I'm being tracked immediately. So
Mm,
I'll usually say things like, is there Wi-Fi here because my family needs to know where I am. I'm really, really like always paranoid about that. I don't think that is what helped me in that case. I was just lucky. I was around people that were very helpful. I could have been
mm.
taken in Paraguay, and that would have been the end of me, you
Yeah.
know.
And you know what, Fortune, I'm actually glad you're mentioning that because um, I wouldn't have been able to relate with the whole life tracking, stuff because I travel with my partner. So for me, it's kind of easy in a way because hey, I have somebody that offers that protection. I have somebody that uh, just that's a familiar face, a familiar presence, right? Yes,
Hmm.
and I think what we also do is when we travel like that, we kind of avoid the smaller hotels. That's what we do. We avoid the smaller hotels. We go to the ones that have I don't know if I should say international recognition, like people know when you go on Google and you Google them, there are a lot of reviews, even articles, right? Hotels that can easily be found. That's what we go for. So we go for those kind of hotels, and also we check that such hotels also have um, what do I call it now? Have the presence of delegates from other countries. So like if you go to a country, there are hotels where conferences are held, by delegates from other countries. So we go to hotels like that because we're sure that there's some level of security. Yes, there's some level of security. When I leave here, I'm going to review the hotel where I am. Okay. For now, I can't review the hotel, but this place where we are, there's so much security everywhere. Security everywhere. So it's very important. But yes, Fortune, thank you for mentioning that. Very important. If you're going to be a solo traveler, your family, friends, loved ones, they definitely need to know your movement. Also, another thing I've noticed here is I've seen quite a number of solo travelers around here where we are, and one thing that some of them do is that they become friends, or should I say they become acquainted with other guests staying in the hotel, just so that people will know that okay, you are there and you are alive. And sometimes it's also important to give people just a hint that okay, I'm going to be here for a week, I'm going to be here for a month, that kind of thing, so that people know about your existence. Some people travel and then they stay in their room, when it's time for them to eat. They are just like MIA. They are there, but they are not there. They go out, they eat, they come back, and they hide. You're hiding. I don't think it's actually helpful when people hide. What do you think about that, Fortune? Hello, Fortune. Is Fortune there? Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks. So I agree with you completely. And I don't know if it works because in the past, it used to work that there were certain travel apps that were actually very safe. Apps like couch surfing and
Yeah.
internations, all of those where you also meet other people that are traveling in the area that you're in. And you get to mix and mingle with those people and you share contacts so that they can know where you are and you do dinner with them because you're not going to go to, let's say, Cambodia and eat dinner alone. It doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
right? So yes, to actually befriend the people that are in the area that you're in, it actually makes sense 100%.
True, true, true. And it
Yeah.
doesn't really help that you travel and then you're doing on your own, you're hiding. You don't have to hide.
No.
Like, even my partner and I, even as we're here, what we do is when we go out, we just try to, exchange smiles with people. A smile can go a long way. Maybe you are a very, very private person. You don't like, you know, getting into people's spaces, and you don't like people getting into your own space as well. But sometimes just be warm to people around you, because you never know when those people will come in handy for you. So yeah, I think it
Exactly.
actually really
Yeah.
helps. Yeah, true.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. And I think the other place that I went that was very interesting is actually the one I mentioned now, Cambodia. I traveled
Yeah.
to Cambodia and Vietnam. It was very exciting. It's very rich in
Wow.
culture as well. And it's not
Wow.
your, Vietnam is one of those touristy places, but people don't really go to Cambodia so much, or maybe they do. But when I went, I saw only a few tourists at the time. It's very, very nice, and it's not very modernized. So you get to really understand how the people there live. The only challenge is obviously the language, because they really don't speak English, but they try, and they're very, very nice and warm. So Cambodia has that place where they shot Angelina Jolie's movie. Um,
Mm.
I can't remember the name, where they've got all these like
Is it a
temples
Mr. and
and
Mrs. Smith?
no, it's not that. It's I'll
Okay,
Google it.
Tom
I'll Google
Raider.
it. Yeah, Tomb
Tomb
Raider,
Raider.
yes.
Yeah, Tomb
That's where
Raider.
they shot it. So that place is quite popular with the tourists. But after that, it's also nice to go into the other small places, to go to the Mekong Delta. It's a delta region that's full of trees, plants, and different animals and different cuisines. So I've been to that place. It was really nice. At the time when I went, they had not yet experienced a lot of people of color. They had seen a lot of people of color on TV only. So their
Wow.
Uber, I know it was so exotic. So most
Wow.
of their Ubers are cars, but a lot of their Ubers are scooters, like a bike,
Oh yeah.
yes. So the person at the bike will take you at the back. That is one of the Ubers. The one
Wow.
time, yes, it's so fun. It's so much fun. So I got there once and I wanted to order an Uber, and the person came to me and
Oh no. Fortune. Fortune, we've lost you. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm trying to
Please
charge
go.
this phone, but I also need to be somewhere in a certain, because I'm at a friend's house, so the
Oh,
network
okay.
reception is weird. Yes.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
so yeah, the Uber is bikes, right? Bikes. So they take you on. The one time I went out with friends and everybody was going to their own places. Now I wanted to order an Uber, and the one taxi person came to me and said, "Do you want to order an Uber?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "I can take you on my bike. Please let me take you. I've never taken a black person before." And I found it was so fascinating. So that was in 2016, and this is not me saying they don't know black people, but the region that I went to is very remote, but I went there for a specific thing that I wanted to see there. And the guys were so excited. I was taking all sorts of pictures with people, and I was like, if I could understand their language, maybe I'm trending in this little location today, because people were just like looking at me weird. So I don't like being the minority so much, but at that time, it was so weird. You could literally count the number of black people you see in days, in
Wow.
this particular area. So it was also fun. Those are other areas that people don't really talk about, but it's very, very
Yeah.
nice to go, and it's cheap to go there.
Hmm. Wow. 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 Another thing I also realized about this little travel experience I have is currency. Currency is so interesting to understand in traveling. So usually, yeah, because Nigeria is so expensive. My God, Nigeria is so expensive, but it also depends on your own standard of living. So Nigeria is so expensive that I realized that what I will spend on certain things in Nigeria, over here, it's like a luxury. Do you understand? Like, it's like a luxury. So the how do I even put this now? So let's say for instance, right? Let's say for instance, if I were to spend like $50 on just one little thing in Nigeria, Over here, I can literally spend that $50 like I'm a rich babe. Yes, and then sometimes you make me start considering like, oh my god, should I relocate to this country and come and start staying here? Because the standard of living, it's not that great. Yes, because I had a conversation with our cab guy, and the guy was telling us that the reason he left the military where he had served for 5 years is because their salary was so meager. He said they were literally paying them in the military between 3,000 to $3,500. Is it Dallas a month in the military? So a lot of them, they had to leave the military. For him, he left the military and he started doing taxi ride and also working as a security at a hotel. Yes, and that for him works better because in taking us around, at least he has made a considerable amount of money. He has even made more than that 3,000 to $3,500 that he was earning in the military. So it's not like the standard of living for the locals is that great. Yes, but for you as a tourist, when you come to a place like this, you find out that what you would normally spend in your own hometown, you that is such a big deal. In some places that you travel to, you can actually maximize that amount, and it will really go a long way to fund your experience on that trip. Is it the
Yes,
same for you, Fortune?
it is the same. And the glory of travel is, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
You get to see these things and you even get to pick where you want to relocate to, like you said, because in this age of where you can work from anywhere, you can have a
Mm.
better lifestyle in a low expensive country than in your own
Yeah.
country earning the same amount of money. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how eye-opening travel actually is. And what
True.
I've seen as well is if you travel to where the currency is not as strong as yours, so much can be cheaper. Clothes, everything can just be cheaper. You can actually go with no clothes, buy clothes there and bring them home. It happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned this point here because that's also something I noticed, and this is a compliment to the Gambian women, right? I noticed that the Gambian ladies, they have a thing for fuchsia pink colored clothing. Like it's like when you go to anywhere, you go to a restaurant, you go to a bar, at least you will see at least five ladies or three wearing pink, not baby pink, fuchsia pink. They
Wow.
love pink. Yes, they love pink. And I was thinking, like, okay, is it that pink is their favorite color? No, it's not. I realized that. Okay, that was last week Saturday. My partner and I, we went to certain female boutiques. We went to look for shoes. I wanted to go outside. I needed a pair of heels because I didn't bring any of my heels. So I went to look for shoes, and I realized that the type of clothing they sell for the females, it's not like fashion forward like what we have in Nigeria, right, where I come from, or maybe in the UK or any other place. It's not really fashion forward. It's like maybe outdated or backdated fashion. So it's like they have to wait. Whatever is trendy would have passed. Maybe 1 or 2 seasons of trends would have passed, and then that's where they start experiencing it. And also the hair, right? My hair, I literally brought a lot of my wigs, and the wigs I brought, they are very, very luxurious and very, very full, very, very flowy, very, very long. I noticed that most of their ladies, they don't wear a lot of long waves, and the ones that wear long waves, most of them are not really rich in texture like that. So I could be on the road, and one of the ladies would just stop by and look at me and like, oh my god, I love your hair, where did you buy it? I'm like, sorry, I'm not from here. I didn't get it from here. They're like, oh my god, I love it. Or they're admiring my outfit and they're smiling at you because I'm not wearing makeup when I go to the bar. So they're smiling at you, they're looking at your skin, they're complimenting you. They're just admiring you, right? And I don't
Yeah.
wear a lot of colors. My favorite color is white. So I don't wear a lot of colors. But on this trip, I tried experimenting with some colors, orange, lemon. So when they see the colors like that, they're looking at you and they're admiring you. So it's putting in a lot of thoughts in my head. Like, okay, if I were to relocate to a place like this, I could literally start like a fashion business.
Premium glory.
I'm telling you, I I could start like a fashion business. I could start like a hair business. I could do this. I could do that. So many ideas are popping up in my head. But I'm also asking myself, okay, the buying market, will they be able to afford it? That's another thing. So it means I'll
I
have to
think,
like a
yeah, I
proper.
guess so. But if you market it properly, I think with time, yes, you become the go-to person for the
Yeah.
latest kind of fashion. So yeah, I
Yeah.
really wish a lot of people would come and share their stories. But can I just share
Yeah.
one tip before I leave?
Yes. Yes, please.
So I'm a person that's traveled a lot for holidays, obviously, and I've also lived in a couple of countries for work. What I would say is, if a person wants to travel, do enough research about where you're going. Understand things that other people have gone through. I traveled once and I met a friend in when I was in Rome. When I traveled, I don't know when that was. I think maybe about 5 years ago, something like that. And she shared with me an experience that happened to her in Rome. And it's a very unpleasant experience, which I'll share. And
Hmm.
that is one of the things that if you go on YouTube, you hear these stories. You need to know these stories so that you can be ready for wherever you
Yeah.
want to go, right? And it
Yeah.
happened, this can happen anyway. So, anyway, she traveled to Italy and she visited a couple of places. Then she went to Rome and she was roaming around the streets. Sorry, no pun intended. She was
I love the fun. I love the fun.
she's there roaming around and she was with her partner but she was working, so she decided to take a stroll, right? And she said when she was walking around, somebody approached her with an iPhone and they said, please, can you take a picture of us, right? She grabbed this phone. The phone fell apart, literally just disintegrated into multiple pieces. And the guy said, no, when I gave you my phone, it was working. Please, I want my phone.
What?
Yes, this is a tourist. And when the person came to grab whatever was left in her hands, he grabbed it in such a way that it fell on the ground to make it look like now the phone, actually, you dropped it. She said she's
Yeah.
never seen anything like that. And they almost ganged up on her and they said the phone was working, all because she wanted to help people take pictures. And
Yeah.
now, yeah, so I think things like this do happen quite a lot in the busiest of,
Yes.
especially in Europe. It happens a lot, a lot.
Wow.
And I think you hear stories about sometimes somebody just spreads an artwork on the floor in the main busy center. Like if you're walking, let's say in the city center where everyone should be looking at things, they'll spread their picture there, Glory. If you step on it, they'll say this thing is worth 2,000. You stepped on it, now it's worth 1,500. Please give me the 500. Otherwise, I can't sell it. But it was in your way. So now, why am
Wow.
I saying all this? You need to be very careful when you travel, right? Not everybody is your friend. Some people will be very nice, but you're also a business for some people wherever you go,
Mm.
right? So be
True.
very careful, do enough research, understand what you're going into. And again, although I've been a solo traveling is not for everybody. Do not try it. Go with other people first, test how you are as a
Yes.
tourist, then go into that because it can be very, very dangerous. So
True.
I think I'm happy to actually listen to other people's stories and to hear the rest of your story, Glory. But I think we also need to take care of just that caution part. As a
Yes.
person now, I don't travel alone anymore. I'm just over that. It's when I was young. I just prefer sharing the experience with somebody else. But I think if you're young, maybe those things can work. But I'm over that. I think I actually also to prefer traveling with somebody now.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. I mean, that was really really key for me to also learn. That was really key for me to learn. Very important. Thank you so much, Fortune. I think it's very important that people understand these things. I've actually seen a lot of stories online where you go onto Google reviews and you want to go to certain places. You see stories. Oh, Nigerians should not go here. Blah blah blah. This happens here. That happens there. Especially if you're female and you're traveling, I think the risk is not only for females, it's also for males as well. Because when you travel as a male, right, there's also the female gender in quotes waiting for you on the other part of the world where you're traveling to. So when you get there, mind you, they are also looking forward to getting something. So you also need to be careful. If you're also the kind of guy that is very friendly in quotes, you walk into a bar, you see a lot of girls and you want to be overly friendly, you need to be careful to understand that It's not in every situation that you have to be overly friendly, because sometimes too, ladies like that might have their own agenda, and you don't want to fall victim in a country that is not yours, in a country where you don't really know people, in a country where you don't really understand their laws, in a country they always say that ignorance is not an excuse for breaking the law. So you don't want to fall victim. But really, thank you so much, Fortune. That was really, really an eye opener, especially for me as well. I'm taking that lesson hook, line, and sinker. Tandiswa, I cannot add you. Your devices are not connected. Please try to join with just your audio. If you're trying to join with audio and video, probably that's the reason your devices are not connected. But if you can just disconnect and then try to join with just your audio, I think we should be able to have you here. All right, I'm going to quickly check the comments and then I'll come back to explaining what I saw about the history of Gambia. And this is from Stella. Says, I'm happy you're in my country for holidays. Thank you so much, Stella. And there's Erica. I wish I was home. At the other location, my network is really bad. Can't join. Wow. Anyways, I wish your network gets better. All right, so that we can hear from you guys. If you are there, if you want to share your own experience with traveling, please go ahead, click the link in the comment section, and let's gist. Okay. Yeah. So about the history of Gambia that I learned, guys, I saw a lot of things in the local museum. See, museum? Yeah, local museum, which were quite interesting. And guys, Africa needs to do better. When I read some of the pieces that I saw on the walls of that gallery, oh my god, it was so touching. It got me really emotional. This guy was explaining about how some of our forefathers were selling fellow Africans for peanuts, for literally nothing. I mean, when you read about the history of slavery, these are familiar stories that you will learn, right? But I got to see old pictures of some of these items. Well, as a matter of fact, I was even told that Kinta Kinte is actually from Gambia as well. And this person told me about an island where they kept him and some other slaves. It was very, very triggering. So you learn about these things, and the eye opener for me is, as Africans, we just need to be nicer to one another. Trust me, we just need to be nicer to one another. What is the gain in selling out your own African brother or sister? What is the gain? The stories are so triggering, guys. I can't even tell you all of it, but I'm sure that if you do your own research on Google, you actually learn more. It's actually very triggering. But yeah, Gambia has a very, very rich history. And I'm really hoping that the government of this country does a lot more. The tourism here is fast. Okay, not really fast. It's actually growing. But there are so many things I have seen that I wish the government could do to hasten the pace of tourism here. For instance, most of the popular resorts, the roads leading to those resorts, the roads are not really good. They are working on it, but some of the locals are complaining that the roads are taking so much time to be constructed. So if the government can put in a lot more resources and hasten the pace of the construction of those roads, it will actually attract more tourists. Yes, I know some of you will say, why are you speaking for Nigeria? Guys, I've not really explored Nigeria like that. I have not, and a lot of you know the reason for that, so I'm not going to go into it. But I feel like Gambia has the potential to become one of the go-to vacation spots in Africa, and the government needs to really do a lot more. And you see, because the road is under construction, the street lights have been disconnected, so the roads are kind of dark at night. When you want to go out at night, the roads are kind of dark. but it doesn't make it unsafe. It's actually safe. It doesn't make it unsafe. But I'm saying that they have a beautiful space for tourism. So if the government can key into that and put in more resources, put in more effort, more intentionality to grow it, then it's going to get better. It's going to definitely get better. One of the key attractions here is the ocean. The ocean is one of the key attractions here. And it's such a blessing that most of the resorts that you stay, they have access to the ocean. So it's something that you really enjoy when you're out here. So I'm really hoping that the government keys into that and fine tunes it, make it better for people, make it more accessible. And if you're one of those people that love the nightlife, well, don't worry. Gambia has a very, very rich nightlife. You definitely enjoy it. You definitely enjoy it. Okay, so I'm still hoping that maybe one or two more people can join this conversation. I would love to learn from you guys where you have traveled to and what the experience was like for you. So if you would love to share, go ahead, click on the link and let's gist about it. Okay? But if you're not going to join, then I'll probably have to end this live stream because I went out last night. It was really fun. I had so much fun. And then I slept late. I slept in the AM and I woke up very late today. So it was a drag for me to come and do this live stream. I've not had breakfast yet. I've not even had lunch. So if nobody's going to come gist with me, then I'll probably have to end this live stream so that I can just go ahead and have my lunch. But let me do something. Let me just show you guys the view one last time before I end this conversation. And yeah, that's it. Very peaceful, very beautiful. And what you're seeing right now, that's like a mini carriage. You pay that money about, I think, $500, and it will take you on a horse ride to the end of the beach. Okay. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to end this live stream. Stella is saying, always love your videos. Welcome to my country. Thank you so much. Happy Endings is saying, is a new channel active? Okay, it's not active yet. I've actually just created it. I created it before last year, but guys, my brain is always working on new things. So I looked at it again this year. Every time I'm looking at the one I created, I'm not liking it. So I had to put it out. So I created a brand new one. I've worked on it and it's beautiful. It's waiting to be launched. So it's not active yet. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it started. And by God's grace, by next week, I'm going to get it started. And then I'll put out a link for it. I'll put a link for the new channel in this description box when it is active, and then I'm going to announce it officially on my community tab. So guys, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel when I launch it. Okay, there's a lot I would love to share on that channel. It's not going to be about reality TV shows at all. Yeah, it's going to be about entirely different conversations, different experiences, different things. Okay. Naron is asking what language they speak in Gambia, please, because here where I am, most of the people don't speak English. Guys, they speak a lot of languages. I'm going to be honest with you. I think 4 major languages. The one I heard that was spoken around me that we asked about, I think I heard Wolof, and then there's also Fulani. Is it Fufure? Yeah, Fufure. Yes, and then I don't know. Those are the ones I know about. Okay, so we have Christiana here. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Christiana?
Good. I always listen to you, but this is
Oh,
my
you're very
first
low.
time.
Can you be more audible?
Yeah, I said I always listen to your channel, but this is my first time calling.
Nice. Thank you so much for joining. This is such a gift. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
So, do you want to share your travel experience?
Yeah. I live in Ghana, but I've been to like a couple countries like
Sorry,
Kenya.
Christiana, I can barely hear you. Can you project more? Or maybe
I
bring
said,
your mouthpiece close.
yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, this is better.
Yeah, so like I live in Ghana, but I've been to like Kenya, Rwanda, and yeah, I think those are the two African countries so far. Oh, and Egypt. So
Nice.
yeah, like I love traveling, and like you said, it's expensive, but it's something that like you can learn a lot from.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, so which of those countries you traveled to was your favorite?
I would say Egypt because
Egypt.
like the history is so much, and yeah, it was just different. So yeah,
Nice.
my husband is Nigerian, so I always told him that like I want to come to Nigeria so bad. So I will come soon.
Nice. You
Yeah,
definitely love Nigeria. Trust me, especially if you love the fast life. You love
yeah,
Nigeria. But I also know that Nigeria is big. Nigeria is very big. So if you're coming to Nigeria, you need to decide which of the states you want to visit. I'm sure your husband would have told you about it. There are different states, but because most of the time when people visit Nigeria, they go to either Lagos or Abuja. But what they don't know, or maybe what they don't realize, is that there are other 34 other states. Nigeria has 36 states, which are very big, with many people, different cultures, different traditions. So when they come, they just go to Lagos and then they just go to Abuja. They don't experience or explore other places. So where is your husband from?
Port Harcourt.
Ah, that's one of those places too. Port Harcourt, yes. So Port Harcourt is also another beautiful, beautiful state. Or yeah, capital. Yeah. So there
But
are
he
so
told
many places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has told me that based on like our lifestyle, like the because we live in Ghana, so like it's very calm and it's easy to live here. So he told me that the place that I would maybe relate to the most is Abuja because it's just like Lagos is like overcrowded, it's too busy,
Yeah.
it's a lot of traffic and stuff, and like it's more
Yeah.
aggressive. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I think
What
that's
you
the
really enjoy?
yeah.
Yeah. What you will really enjoy about Lagos is the fast-paced nightlife. Lagos nightlife is the truth. It is it is an experience. You will enjoy it if you're the type of person that enjoys going out a lot. Because there are a lot of restaurants, new restaurants, very beautiful beauty places. I mean, if for females, beauty bars. There are a lot of beaches. Yeah, there are a lot of beaches. There are a lot of beach resorts. Um, yeah, the nightlife is really rich. You enjoy it. The fashion is fashioning. You can buy things. Yeah. And for you that's in Ghana, if you're looking for where to buy a lot of female things, female items, Lagos is the place. So a lot of people from other states in Nigeria, they literally come to Lagos to come and buy those things because major has like and Lagos has like the major markets. So a lot of people from other places they come to Lagos to buy. So you really enjoy Lagos for that. But if you want to now chill vibes, bougie lifestyle, Lagos has bougie lifestyle, but as your husband said, Abuja, very
Yeah.
quiet, very calm, low key. Yeah, but doesn't really have a lot of places like Lagos. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you that I love your channel. I love your reviews. They're
Thank you.
always like so funny and entertaining. I love their BB Titans review.
Thank
So you're
you.
doing a great job.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you so much. All
You're
right.
welcome.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly read a few comments and then we'll end this live stream. Uh, okay, yes, I've answered Naro's comment about the language. Esther is saying, I'm happy to know you're here in Ghana. I tried to visit Fajara. Okay, I will try that. Thank you so much, Esther. Okay, so this is Mo. Mo said, Gloria, each continent has sold its people as slaves, not only Africans though. Yeah, it's really sad. Really, it's really sad. Erica said, hi Fortune, you're right about street food, Johannesburg. I was in Nels Fruit essay, I was in Victoria. Okay, that comment is for Fortune. Anyways, guys, I need to go and have lunch. It was just such a pleasure having this conversation with you guys. I needed to share. I needed to tell someone how I was feeling, about this whole trip, and I'm glad I did that with you all on this live stream. And thank you so much, Fortune, for always coming through, for always being willing to share your experiences. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure and a blessing having you be a part of my live streams. Thank you so much, Fortune. Thank you so much, Christiana. Thank you so much to other people who were trying to join but then could not join. We will share more, we will speak more, and yeah, that's all for this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Thank you all so much, and make sure you have a blast this weekend. Make sure you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. And my sincerest apologies for not really putting out a video this week, guys. I just needed to take a break. I just needed to shut down. I needed to take a break, and it's been doing me a lot of good. So I'm gonna come back with videos hopefully next week. But guys, there's gonna be a comeback. Big Brother Niger Level Up reunion is coming very soon. They were having the shoots and they are done. So I'm guessing this is the editing period. When the date is announced for the reunion to start, I will definitely push that forward on this channel. What else? The Real Housewives of Abuja reunion is coming very soon. I had the intention of inviting some of the women for an interview, for a conversation, but some of you advised that it would be better if we had that conversation with them after the reunion. And the reunion is going to take place, I think, 26th of this month of May. So for those of you that are interested in the show, I'm going to be having a conversation with them after the reunion. All right. And then what's that? Nigerian Idols is on. I could not put out a video on Sunday because I thought I could catch up with the show on Sunday from here, but for some weird reason I could not. So I'm going to try and see if I can catch up with the show this Sunday, and then I'll put out a review of the show. All right. So sincerest apologies to those of you that were expecting a review of Nigerian Idols on Monday. I could not catch up with the show on Sunday. That's the reason I could not put out a review. Yeah. Anyways, that said, have an amazing weekend. Bye.